Hello guys! Welcome to another vlog in this series. So in this video I'm going to show you Pena Palace, a Romanticist castle that stands on top of a mountain. With 4 different styles of architecture, this monument really surprises you at every corner you turn. So let's start with some tips. The best time to visit is during weekdays and probably in the mornings, because in the weekends it will be packed with tourists and families, and the ticket office will have queues bigger than 500 meters long. The visit can take you a good amount of time, from 1 hour to 3 hours I think. Make sure you pick the right schedule so you don't get caught up in queues or visiting the palace by the lunch hour and getting hungry. Pick the right schedule for you. Now let's talk how you guys can get to Sintra, the prices of the transportation and schedules that you may find. So the best ways to get to Sintra for me are by car, if you have one. It's an half-hour trip. By train from Rossio station or any other station that it's closer to you and have trains going to Sintra. You can check the train company websites for schedule. I'll leave it here in the description. And I think also there are some buses with guided tours that go from Lisbon to Sintra, but probably will not be the best option because you'll be stuck to that group and schedule. And personally, I don't like it. I prefer to enjoy the time as I wish to. So for me, as I said, the best way is by car, but for people that don't have one, I suggest using the train. Round ticket only costs €5, I think. And trains go to Sintra from very early in the morning, so I suggest the train for you guys. Also, if you don't have a car, you don't have to worry about parking your car in a paid area or non-paid area, and you don't get trouble finding a parking spot. You just arrive to Sintra train station near Café Saudade, a very known spot for pastries, a place you guys should try it for sure, and refill your energies before walking to the nearby historical village. So now let's talk how you guys can get to the palace after arriving the historical village of Sintra. So you have 4 options. You can go by foot. It's a steep climb and it will take you at least half an hour to an hour. You can also go by bus. Round-trip ticket costs €3 and you can buy it on the website of Sintra Parks. But there's always lines there and the bus is tiny, so it can take many people at a time and you'll probably have to wait a bit before you catch one. My first option, and the one I prefer, is the tuk-tuk. It takes around 20 minutes to go to the top, depending on the traffic that's in the village, and it costs €20, but it can take up to 4 people. So you can split it by 4 people and pay €5 each and have a hell of a ride with a better view of your surroundings when going to the palace. You can also check my previous video with the tuk-tuk right here. On the other side, the Uber will be a bit overpriced and less interesting considering all the other options. So I think that one will be out of the scope for this. Now let's talk about the ticket price of the Pena Palace and what's included in the tickets. So the ticket to Pena Palace and the park, it costs only €14 if you buy it at a ticket office, but you can get 5% discount online if you buy it previously. And if you combine multiple attractions such as Quinta da Regaleira or Moorish Castle, you can get 5% discount on top of the other 5% you have before. You can also buy the transfer ticket for the bus online, but as I said before, long queues will be waiting for you. So for me, that's not the best option. I'll leave the website in the description if you guys want to check the prices of the attractions and transports you have there. Make sure to check it out and leave any doubt you have in the comments so I can answer that later. Now let's get into the vlog. So we arrived at Palácio da Pena. We got here in a tuk-tuk, but it was a very bumpy ride because our driver was a bit crazy. But yeah, we arrived. This is only the entrance for the park. This is the park and the castle, and it's like half an hour until we arrive at the castle. We gotta walk there. I'm glad we decided not to come by foot here. Yeah, we've arrived. Here we are at Palácio da Pena. Now we're going to the entrance, as we can see here. So these walls are not pure wood. It's like it's rock with paint on it. Look at this. Amazing, such an effort. Now it looks stylish. They were such an amazing painter. This is a tea room with tiles painted. There's no tiles at all, but they tried to replicate the effect. We're now at one of the balconies here at Palas Filipina. Right below me. And this is the terrace, as you can see guys. Michael is trying to know the time using this sun clock. Look at this chandelier. That's a nice chandelier. This is a nice room. To the next one. So here we are. This is a great hall. Full of mirrors. So I'm seeing the mirror. And there's another there. This is really full of mirrors and couches. I'm loving this architecture. Also, I love Bordeaux. Look at this road. Doesn't seem that this road came from IKEA yesterday. Such a tiny wall. I'm thinking that kings earlier, they shouldn't be so great men at all. They seem taller in pictures, but their guys are like 1.5 meters long. So these pictures that portray them, I think they are faking in the height. It's not possible to a king to be so taller and then to sleep on that bed. It's impossible. So I hope to see you guys in the next episode. I will take you through Sintra Forest by foot, back to the historical village to have lunch in a famous restaurant here. And if you like this video, you can also check previous episodes of this series. And yeah, see you in the next episode, guys. Bye!